Well, good, Tom. It's good to see you again. You can introduce yourself.
I'm Tom. How are you?
Been doing any bird watching?
Uh, as I can. As I can. There aren't too many these days.
Well, my wife saw the falcons or the hawks mating.
Which one?
I guess it was the local red-tailed hawks, but they were mating because now's the time to make your nest and have your eggs.
The hawks have been pairing, yeah.
My brother was a falconer, and every time this year he would go around and see where the hawks were nesting so that he could make note of it. And then later he would go and get one of the chicks out of the nest.
Wow. That's not such a good thing.
Well, you got to climb up like 300 feet in a tree.
That's like. I'm glad those days are gone. You can't legally do that anymore.
Well, you with the falconer's license, I think it's probably appropriate. It's a highly specialized skill. He had to get a training and all that. Huh?
Still, it yucks me out.
Well, you capture the bird and then you hunt with it and then you turn it loose.
I don't like that. Too many people are tempted to do that illegally.
It's totally dangerous to climb up trees and do this. So.
Yeah. I like to leave nature alone. I like to leave nature alone.
So how many birds do you have on your list this year?
43.
43.
Just because it's harder. The bird populations are crashing. Even starlings. The birds are crashing. Those jerks in Burnet Woods have cut all the cover away, so no birds can live in Burnet Woods. I mean, they cut all the cover away at once. So, and you heard about the dog park. Did you hear about the dog park? They want to destroy that beautiful grove to put astroturf down on it, so rich people can bring their dogs, and it's gonna turn to feces, and it's going to basically be useless and toxic because of the astroturf. They won't even put grass on it. They have to have astroturf, and astroturf is toxic. They'll cut all the trees down. And if you haven't heard about the dog park, go to Clifton next door and find out about it. And tell those rich people to blow it out their feet, blow it out their butts.
No. We don't have to go that far. You know, it was a decision by the park board. Really, it was their call.
Why should rich people be able to buy our public space? Why should rich people be able to buy our green space?
Well, it's not. It's a community decision they made.
Why? But it hasn't been. Most people don't know about it because it hasn't been put between. The information hasn't been given us. We haven't been able to put any input in. Most people don't even know about it. So now you know about it.
The dog owners know it, and then there's
But
some
most
people that.
don't.
Well, it's silly.
Most people don't.
I guess you could say.
Most people don't because they don't want to let us know because we'll be furious about it. Now you know about it.
I think we can clearly say you're not for the dog park. So.
No. Why
there's-
should rich people buy?
I don't know if
buy
it's
our green
so much
space?
rich people. It's just people who like dogs.
People who like dogs can find a football field of grass and do it, not a place where there's trees and things like that. A football field.
I saw a dog park, and it's below the P&G buildings. It's down underneath the expressways, and it's all just a sterile dog park. But nonetheless, there's one there, and I recently ran across one in New York City on the east side in Beekman Place, and
But
must have been there for hundreds of years.
I've seen them both, but did they cut any trees down for it? They're grass. They're not astroturf. We have some at Beachmont.
They didn't cut down any trees. They're fields, and they're not AstroTurf. Why does it have to be in a place where there's trees, and why do they need AstroTurf?
Well, I'm thinking, I think they're going to propose that no people go into Burnet Woods because then it's disturbing the woods.
Huh?
Yeah, people aren't allowed in Burnet Woods either.
What you mean? What are you saying?
I'm kidding, Tom. I mean, if they take it to the nth degree of trying to preserve the environment, we might as well not even go to the
Why
park.
do you need AstroTurf when I've never seen another dog park with AstroTurf?
Well, the one in Washington Park and the one down in the P&G one I talked about, they're both AstroTurf.
But do they cut down any trees? Is that public green space? Is it park space?
Well,
No.
I understand.
No.
Well, let's move on to some more
No.
optimistic.
I don't want to move on to it. Now you know the facts. They want to take our green space, put AstroTurf on it, and poison it. Now you know. Rise up against the rich dog owners, and rise up against the parks. Tell them, call the park board, and say you don't want the dog park.
That's a good thing. If you're against it, you can let them know.
Call the head of the parks and say you do not want AstroTurf and you don't want your green space taken away from you. And that's it. And that's all I'm going to say.
Well, thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. It was a good interview and meant to be said. Mm-hmm. Thank you.